Is David Mueller. In this presentation, we'll analyze sensitivity analysis in capital budgeting. All right, we will first define sensitivity analysis. We will look at the benefits of conducting this analysis. We will next go through the steps of the process. We'll look at how it's applicable in capital budgeting. And finally, we'll go through an example to better understand how this is helpful when it comes to decision making for businesses. So what is a sensitivity analysis? Conrad Carlberg provides a fundamental definition in his book, Business Analysis with Microsoft Excel. He says it's a magnitude of changes in outcomes such as profitability in response to changes in the input assumptions. So now that it's defined, let's simplify it even further. Sensitivity analysis is a tool that businesses use to measure the risk and vulnerabilities of projects. This analysis helps managers better understand potential outcomes because it's a process that quantifies those outcomes, which helps companies look at how they can make a profit, how they might lose money, or even break even. It's like asking, well, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? It looks at all the various potential outcomes. So now that we know what sensitivity analysis is, we can better define its benefits. As I previously stated, this process gives managers a clearer picture of diverse situations to aid in their decision making. So with a better understanding, they can maximize investments. They can also describe the rationale of their decisions with quantifiable data to support their moves. They can also look at both optimistic and pessimistic views based on different scenarios. So the first step in conducting a sensitivity analysis is identifying the dependent and independent variables. So for example, let's say a dependent variable could be how many dog bones do we need to produce in our warehouse next year. Next, you want to identify as many independent variables as possible that could affect the dependent variable. Things like time, price, rent, budget, salary, or just a handful of things to consider. So once you have the dependent and independent variables, you can plug those different data points in to calculate how each input affects the output to make the best decision. So when you're in the process of your sensitivity analysis, you'll be able to weigh your variables. You can think of it in terms of like a tornado, right? At the top, you've got your broadest range of impact. At the bottom, you've got your lowest or your narrowest range of impact. So this visual aid further demonstrates how sensitivity analysis can aid managers in decision making. So let's brainstorm an example. Let's say we're a shoe retailer. We want to know how many shoes we should expect to sell in the first quarter of the fiscal year. So this is going to be our dependent variable because it depends on the independent variables we're going to come up with next. After discussing the possibilities, these are some of the items that we came up with for our independent variables. The marketing budget may be increased due to Black Friday, November, and Christmas in December because obviously these are big shopping months. With the coming of winter, people may also be interested in getting warmer shoes to weather the colder months. What will happen if we raise the prices of our shoes during the first quarter? What will happen to our bottom line if we lower our prices? Will we sell more shoes? The economy is also another good independent variable to consider, as we can see especially now, to analyze shopping habits of consumers. Think of it simply as how does X affect Y? So in conclusion, sensitivity analysis is a beneficial tool for businesses because it enhances decision making, it helps analyze different viewpoints, it aids in predicting future outcomes, it helps maximize investments, and it shines light on a company's ability to accept risk. I want to thank you for your time and your attention. I hope you found this presentation on sensitivity analysis insightful.